Say it with me, readers. Today we are living with dinos. Humans didn't live during the time of the dinosaurs, but if we had, we would have seen a lot of other animals besides dinosaurs. The Mesozoic era lasted for hundreds of millions of years. These animals all lived alongside the dinosaurs, but they may not have all lived at exactly the same time or place. What would it be like to take a walk through the world in the time of dinosaurs? If you looked up, you might notice a pterosaur. Now, circling in the sky. Pterosaurs weren't birds. They weren't dinosaurs. They were flying reptiles. A pterosaur's wings were leathery, and they were attached to a super long forefinger. If a pterosaur spotted a small dinosaur below, it would swoop down and grab lunch. If you stopped to smell a flower, you might hear something buzzing about. Ancient bees whizzed around flowering plants. They carried pollen and seeds for plants of plants, like bees still do today. One ancient bee was found with pollen on it. It was preserved in amber or fossilized tree sap. Just like modern bees help our plants grow, ancient bees helped prehistoric plants grow. If you went for a swim, watch out. Some sneaky, scary predators lived under the water, too. Caprasuchus, also known as the boar croc, glided close to the shore. Only its eyes would be visible above the surface of the water. It might watch a plant-eating dinosaur munching a low shrub. The dinosaur wouldn't know it was in danger as the croc's feet dug into the mud by the shore. Caprasuchus could then race out of the water and clamp his jaws around the dinosaur's neck. The boar croc was a relative of modern-day crocodiles. It's a forest we're living in. Ignore the sounds. On the beach, you might see an animal with familiar-looking flippers. That would be, Archelon. This ancient turtle was a lot like some sea turtles living today, but compared with today's sea turtles, it was a giant. At about 13 feet, 4 meters long, Archelon was the largest turtle that ever lived. Archelon had a large, hooked beak. In the woods, you might spot 2 tiny eyes peeking out of the dark, and then you would see whiskers twitching on a pointy nose. This small creature was a Morganucanon. It looked like a rat with a longer face. It weighed only up to an ounce, 28 grams. It would have to scurry quickly to avoid the large feet of a herd of dinosaurs. Despite its small size, it had a lot in common with humans. Like Morganucanon, we have hair, baby teeth followed by adult teeth, and jaws that could grind our food. Morganucanon was a mammal, like we are. Ginkgo trees, illustrated below, existed during the time of the dinosaurs, and are still around today. If you were very lucky, you might glimpse another animal. It had a bill like a duck, but it wasn't a duck. Its body was like a beaver's, but it wasn't a beaver. Meet the platypus. Relatives of the modern duck-billed platypus appeared on Earth during the Cretaceous period. The duck-billed platypus lives in Australia. The echidna is another modern-day, monotreme. The platypus is a special kind of mammal called a monotreme. Monotreme have hair like other mammals, but lay eggs like reptiles. They may have been on Earth for a very long time. Dinosaurs ruled Earth for almost 165 million years. Small mammals, bees, cockroaches, lizards, sharks, horseshoe crabs, and snakes all shared space with the dinosaurs. Some became extinct, some changed into modern-day animals, and some survived. The end.